Hello students, good morning. Today we will start the unit number 2 along with the warm up and the workshop in this video 2.1 animals. Let us see what the questions they have given in the warm up. Get into pairs and attempt the following. The more I learn about people, the more I like my dog. Mark Twain. Mark Twain was the essayist and also critic. So what he has said, that more I learn about people, the more I like my dog. He has compared the dog with the people. In the above quote, Mark Twain wants to say that the more he learns about people, he finds they are dissatisfied, frustrated, trampling over other, and still not happy. On the opposite, animals are always happy and loyal. And that is the meaning of that quote. And if you have your own idea or the imagination or the sayings, you can write them also. Let us see that they have given in the second question different abilities or attributes. Let us see them, that which abilities and attributes will go in which circle. They have given the different circle: human, the second one is animal, and if that attribute or the quality goes to both of them, then we have to write down in the middle part. So you have to draw the same circles in the CW, and you have to sum up them in those circles. First one, self control, the humans have. Communicates, both of them. Love and care, both of them. Cooks, human only. Good manners, human. Has 360 vision, animal only. Shows gratitude, human. Lives for more than 150 years, only animals. Swims, both of them. Learns computing, human. Worship God, human. Sleeps in standing position, animal only. Next, stand up immediately after birth, animals. Next, brings up children, both of them. Belongs to various species, both of them. Next question, third question. At times, especially when you are frustrated, you wish you were an animal or a bird or a fish or a butterfly and not a human being. Say which of the above you would choose to transform, to give 3 or 4 reasons for your choice. So you have to pick what you would like to transform yourself: bird, fish, butterfly, or any animal, and without the human being. Okay, which one? So if I choose bird one, I wish I could be a bird so that I can travel from one city to another city to meet my relatives beyond any epidemic reach and rules and regulations, flying away from the worries and frustration. I would be happy. Okay, that will be my answer. If you choose any other option, that's fine. The question number 4. We came across many animals in our vicinity. We have also read about different animals in books. Make a list of all animals that fall under various categories. One is given for you. So you have to make this type of chart: amphibians, mammals, wild animals, aquatic animals, and pet animals. You are very well aware about all these categories. Okay, so you have to make this chart. You have to try for that. Okay, then the next one, let us see the workshop. In another video I have taught you all the poem. Have a look of that. Next one, question number 1. Match the words given in the table A with their meanings in the table B. So first, whine means complain in an annoying way. Sin, an offense against religious or moral law. The next, evince means show. Mania means craze. Negligent means failing to take proper care. Next one, they have given the different types of adjectives: good qualities or bad qualities, means positive or negative qualities, thinking. In the poem we have to refer in a proper column. Positive, placid, self-contained, respectable, or token. They have used the word token, which it means virtues. So I will take that one as well. In the negative, I will put whine, demented, unhappy, dissatisfied. Okay, so this will be the answer. Four answers I have given. They have asked only 3. Next one, complete the following. The poet wishes he could turn and live with animal. Next one, animals do not complain about their condition. See, animals do not merely discuss their duty to God. Fourth one, animals are not crazy about owning things. They don't want to own any possession. Owning things. Question number 3. State whether the following statements are true or false. Animals are self-reliant. True. Animals quarrel for their possessions. False. Animals do not worship other animals. True. Humans have given up many good qualities. Yes. True. Animals suffer humiliation. False. The poet has retained all his natural virtues. False. Next one. In the poem, the poet has himself is asking the question about the virtues, where they have gone. So it is false. Then the next question, fourth question, human beings. With the help of the poem, we have to find out the differences in between animals and the human beings. So I will tell you one by one. Human beings always complain about their condition. Animals never complain about their condition. Human beings spend sleepless nights regretting their sins. Animals don't regret their sins at all. Human beings sicken other by discussing their own duty to God. Animals do not discuss their duty to God. Human beings are dissatisfied. Animals are always contented. So you can pick all these point and write down that question. Next one, fifth question. They have given you the web diagram here, good values and good habits that can be learned from animals. One is given that they are placid and self-contained. You can start from anywhere and you can put the answers in each and every box. I will tell you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, those points. 1, do not whine about their condition. Second, satisfied. Third, not crazy of owning things. Fourth, happy. Do not worry about their matters on the earth. Fifth, they do not worship other humans or any ancestor. Sixth, they do not cry over their sins. They have asked 5. I have given 6. Any 5 you can pick as an answer of your question. Then the next they have asked, find out the lines from the poem that are the example of the figures of speech. Repetition. I stand and look at them long and long. Repetition. Another example for that. They do not sweat and whine. They do not lie awake. They do not make. Then the next one, repetition, alliteration. Not one is dissatisfied. Not one is demented. The second example for alliteration, they evince them plainly in their possession. T is repeated there. Hyperbole. Not one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth. Next one. Next question, question number 7. Identify the figure of speech in the following lines. I stand and look at them long and long. We have seen that already. The next, B. They do not sweat and whine about their condition. Tautology. Next, they do not make me sick discussing their duty to God. That is alliteration. Then next, dash dash, not one is demented with the mania of owning things. That is hyperbole. Then next, E, they bring me tokens of myself. That is paradox. Then next, no one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth. That is hyperbole. Next, they have asked us the appreciation of the poem in a paragraph format. The same format we will follow here also, which is given on page number 5. See, listen very carefully. In the poem, appreciation is very much important part. You have to write down very properly in a paragraph format in your CW. Also, all these questions. The poem Animals is written by an American poet, Walt Whitman. In an age when all poetry was rhymed and metrical, Whitman made a break with tradition and wrote a revolutionary new kind of poetry in free verse. The present poem is the best example of it. My favorite line of this poem is, did I pass that way huge times ago and negligently drop them? Because I like this line because poet is making aware to the reader about their own conscience and good virtues and make them introspect by asking this question. The central theme of the poem is animals are better than the humans. Repetition, tautology, alliteration, hyperbole, these figures of speech are used. For example, they do not sweat and whine about their condition. Tautology. The special feature of this poem is it is reflective, simple, language is used, very subtle, tone is used. Poet has used descriptive words for good animals' qualities. I like the poem as it teaches us which virtues we require to cultivate in order to develop good relationships in between ourselves. This was the answer, or you can write this answer as appreciation. Then the next they have asked, divide the class into two groups. One group should offer points in favor of the views. In favor means agreement upon that topic, and the other against means counter views on that topic. Life of an animal is better than that of a human being. So I will tell you first the view and later counter view. Animals are placid and self-contained. Animals do not try to set their targets or achieve their goals. They do not complain about their conditions, however condition it may be. They prefer to live in that very satisfactorily. Animals are very self-satisfied with their condition, whatever it may be. Animals do not worship other things or any animal or any persons where they are living. They do not worship to the God as well. Animals do not worry about possession or any earthly matters. They do not connect their happiness with any possession. This was the view. If counter view is asked, this will be the counter view. Animals cannot improve themselves a lot in their life since they are self-contained. They don't want to compete each other. By setting targets, goals are only achieved. It is only by complaining that one comes to know how things can be improved. But they don't complain about their own situations. Humans continuously try to improve their living conditions. Animals have no idea about God. Humans acknowledges a divine creator. Animals have no care about the future of this planet, but humans do. Okay, this will be the counter view of that question. So all the questions and answers are given here. So in another video I have taught you all the poem as well, along with the figures of speech and the marginal question. Read a little bit, try to get information about the Walt Whitman also. Like the video and subscribe the channel also. Thank you.